Hello there, welcome to Target Radio's podcast with me, Cookie. Every single week we find different people to speak to, mainly musicians, artists in the unsigned realm of music. And what we do, we have a chat with them, find out a little bit more about them, and obviously explore their music. Now, if you are listening to this on iTunes, please, if you get a chance, give us a 5-star rating if you can. And please make sure you put some comments in there as well. If we're doing something right, that's great. But if we're not doing something as good and you think we could do something better, then please do leave us a message. Let us know. And if you want anything else in the podcast, again, let us know in the comments box. That will be brilliant. Okay, stay tuned then. Today we've got a brilliant artist. Have a listen to this.
Every Monday night.
We'd like to say that, in our opinion, it is not suitable for children.
Every Monday night.
Or for those of you who may have a nervous disposition.
Every Monday night.
And every Monday night.
Then we have a super sound DJ.
Sean Cook.
Good people, it is my pleasure to present to you
Sean Cook.
the one and only
Sean Cook.
Hello.
And Andy.
And welcome to the show. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the show.
So let's have fun.
Now, for those of you watching in black and white, this one is in Technicolor.
Stand by for action.
Oh, Sean Cook.
Oh, you say the nicest things. Well, it's Monday. Back again for another great show. On tonight's show, then, none other than Levi. That's Leeroy, or Lee to his friends. Isn't that right, Andy?
It is.
Hello, mate, how are you?
I'm good, yeah?
Yeah, not bad. Not often that you do the opening link, is it?
No, it's not. I'm surprised.
It's only because I don't know what to talk about. Obviously, some sad news over the weekend with the passing of Ginger Baker. Age 80, though, so he's had a good innings, I would have thought.
Yeah, fair
and
play.
proclaimed one of the greatest, if not the greatest drummer in the whole wide world. I know there's going to be arguments 2 and 4, but nevertheless, he was spectacular. It's great seeing all the YouTube videos out there on Facebook, etc. And yeah, I viewed a few of them over the weekend. Did you?
I did.
Yeah. He was completely mad. It's like about drummers, I think. I mean, just look at Keith Moon. Oh, my goodness me. Anyway, we might play a track from Cream a bit later. We got some great music tonight as well. Obviously, starting off with The Who in a few seconds' time. We got the Small Faces, some Georgie Fame as well. Yeah, go on, let's scrape the barrel. No! We'll take the good bits of it. We got the Capitals, Parker's Mood as well, something from the Rare Mod album I've got. And we're going to revisit some of the 19s, sort of late the 70s, early 80s revival stuff as well, including some The Truth, some Squire, even the VIPs, Andy. Yeah.
Oh,
well, it'd be rude not to. Anyway, how was your weekend? Was it good?
It was great, thank you.
Brilliant. I had a whole weekend off.
Lucky you.
Yeah, I slept for most of it. And poof, it's gone. You know what I mean? Yeah, I saw your advertisement thing. Honestly, what is it with you and 2 days off? And it's gone. Did you work?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. And did you go out Friday night?
No, I didn't.
No, nor did I. I wanted to go and see the Sha-La-Las, and, do you know, I sat there and I said to the wife, I said, I can't move. I was just so dog tired.
We were supposed to be going. Nikki and I were supposed to be going.
Yeah, and me as well. I was going to meet you down there, and I felt really embarrassed. And I thought, should I phone you and just apologise? And obviously, I didn't need to. You didn't go either. With me now, I've got Andy Topp-Walker, who's helping with the March of the Mods, which is Saturday the 21st of March, 2020. So that's next year. Kick starting off at 1 o'clock all the way through till 1 a.m. p.m. Andy, 12 hours, mate. That's a long time.
12 hours of wonderful music.
It's going to be wonderful music. So, who's appearing on March of the Mods 2020 at the Holroyd Arms? That's in Guildford.
It's in Guildford, and I'm pleased to announce that from the Chords UK, we actually have Chris Pope.
Wow.
And he's going to be doing an acoustic set for us.
Okay, that sounds good.
We also have The Aim, The Spirals, The Sonics.
Who else we got?
Then we've got The Modern Apes. And then we're followed by, it's great to announce that the Trojan Beats are actually going to be there as well. We also have the 48Ks there.
Now, that is a great band.
Absolutely. So looking forward to hearing them.
Fantastic.
A new up-and-coming young band called the Lightscopes.
And anything else?
And then we're having a bit of a Q&A session going
Question
on.
and answers, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. With Modzines.
Ah, now, is that something to do with one Eddie Pillar?
I believe it is.
Wow. Now, we're going to be asking questions to Eddie?
No, I believe he's going to be asking the questions to some very special guests.
Oh, the great Eddie Pillar live on the stage area of March of the Mods 2020, and that's on the 21st of March at the Holroyd Arms. Target Radio, we're going to be recording the whole event live. Brilliant. And how do we get tickets, please?
You can, if you go onto Mods and More, that we've got an advert going up there. Just click on the link and that takes you directly into the tickets.
Brilliant.
You can also do the same, obviously, here on Target Radio. Click onto the link, take you directly into the tickets. And then also on most of the great Facebook pages that are out there that have actually offered to promote this great cause.
That is fantastic. Brilliant stuff. And how much does the tickets cost?
The tickets are £10 in advance. And if you're lucky enough to turn up on the day and there are still availability, it's £15 on the door.
Brilliant. Excellent. Right, okay, so that's March of the Mod, Saturday the 21st of March 2020. Kick starts at 1 p.m. Don't be late.
Don't be late.
Okay, and you're going to look great. Bring a change of clothes because we're going to get hot and sweaty in there. Going right the way through till 1 o'clock in the morning. Do you think you can do 12 hours? Wow.
Hello?
Hello. Now, would that be Leroy or Lee or Levi? I'm not sure what to call you.
You call me Lee.
Hello, Lee. It's Cookie here, along with Andy Topp-Walker, without the top and without his goatee beard, here live on Target Radio. So, yes, we are live. No naughty words, please, Lee. I know that you're very... No, I know. You're a gentleman. You don't need to use those sort of languages. Right, okay. Now, you caught us off by hop there because it didn't even ring, for goodness sake. You were right there. Boom.
Oh, I'm listening.
well, hopefully you are listening. That's great. Now, we just played Warpaint there. I love that. That was really good.
Yeah, thank you very much. Cheers.
No worries at all. Now, you caught me on the hop there, so I'm going to hand you straight over to my esteemed colleague there, because I know he's got a list of questions. He puts them on his phone every week when we get a special guest in, and it's nice to see, actually. He does a lot of work behind the scenes here. So while I'm going on to your page, I'm going to hand you over to Andy now.
Evening, Lee.
Thank you very much.
Evening, Lee. How you doing, bud?
Hi, Andy. How are you, mate? I'm very well. Thank you.
Good. It's great to speak to you again, mate.
And you, likewise. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so first question is, tell us a bit about Levi.
About Levi. Okay, so we're a four-piece band. 2 guitars, bass and drums, and a little bit of organ here and there. Been together 3 years, really. 3 years, I'd say, since Conan really started, our bass player. We do a little mixture of sort of ska reggae with indie rock. We sort of pushing our own sound called Skindie.
Yeah.
Sort of ska and indie mix. So that's pretty much it.
Okay, so how about introducing us to the band?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not here actually, unfortunately.
Okay, no worries. How about you just introduce us to who the guys in your band?
Give them a name check on the radio. They'll like that.
Brilliant. So we got Conan on bass, who's bloody awesome. Bob, our drummer, or Bobble, he likes to be called, and Mikey on the guitar. So, and obviously myself on vocals and guitar.
There we go. So Leeroy Brooks, that's you. You're the vocals, and is it lead guitar? Is it you said, Lee?
I play rhythm guitar. Mikey's our lead guitarist. Yeah.
Because I was saying on that last track we just played there, which was brilliant. I love the ending of that with obviously that guitar solo, almost like a guitar solo with just obviously the bass and the drums working sort of distantly in the background there. That was absolutely fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, he is incredible, Mikey. Amazing guitarist. I mean, all the boys, they are just brilliant musicians, really.
They are very, very good. Bass. And you're very tight. You're very tight as well musically. Now, I was just going to ask you a question, more of a favour actually. I'm not sure if you're in the loo, the kitchen, or in the front room, but you've got a terrible phone signal.
Oh, sorry.
No, don't worry. It's yeah, you know, one click, it's Vodafone. Obviously, places out there as well you can get your phone from. Yeah, rubbish signal, honestly. It's a little bit better. We can hear you a little bit clearer now, but yeah, you were sort of like fading in and out a little bit, wasn't you, Andy?
He was, yes.
Yes, indeed.
Sorry, boys.
There he is. There he. Oh, he sounds very macho now, doesn't he?
There you go. See, there you go.
Brilliant. There we go. Right. Hang on. Nikki's on now. What's she want? Yeah, bad signal. We know that, Nikki, honestly. What's she like, honestly? You get back to kissing your baby's bottoms. Right, okay. So you are Scar, Indie and Earworm. What is an earworm, if I may ask, please?
Earworm? Yeah, it's just, you know, songs that get stuck in your ear, I suppose. Yeah.
And that's a genre now, for goodness sake.
No, it's Skindie, we like to be called. Skindie.
Skindie. I love that.
I love that.
Yeah, it's a mixture of ska and indie. It's where we're at. So, yeah, ska and indie mix, Skindie. It's a little thing we created and we're trying to push. So
is that unique to you then, Lee?
Sorry?
Is that unique to you?
Yeah, that's our sort of thing. Yeah, we came up with a name, and that's the sort of sound that we're trying to push for ourselves, basically. Yeah.
I quite like that, actually, because it's got a little bit of everything mixed in there, which is obviously what you're trying to achieve, isn't it?
Brilliant.
It is, yeah. It's just trying to get sort of, because obviously I've been brought up on ska music, Jamaican ska. My dad was a skinhead, and you know I've been through all the years. My dad blaring ska music at me 2 times.
You've been force-fed as a child, wasn't you?
Yeah, I love it, but I think you go to sort of these gigs and stuff, and you know, no disrespect, no offence, you know, but it's a lot of an older generation sort of coming to these sort of shows. So we're just trying to put a bit of an edge on it to try and get kids, younger people, to realise what ska is, and you know, try and push the sound as a new thing. You know?
Well, every genre has a revolution, to be fair. I mean, you know, the Mods had their first, second, third, and did they really have a third, or was it a continuation of the second, or was it a continuation really of the first? You know, so ska, skinhead. You know, I have a show, or not me personally, but I have a guy on here that's often in the Mixcloud charts when he puts his show together, and he does like a reggae. From the front line, which is basically very much a skinhead, ska, indie, you know, all of that combined, pretty much what you guys are doing now. And it is very, very popular amongst, as you say, the middle-aged guys. I'm not going to say old guys because we might we put ourselves into that category there. But, you know, guys of a certain age love it, and guys of a younger age are being introduced to it. So I think what you're doing is absolutely splendid.
Yeah, super. Thank you. Yeah, I mean that's the plan. It's just, you know, trying to reach as many people as we can, but also trying to include the younger generation. You know, we're very lucky. We have a lot of youngsters who come and see us and stuff, which is great because I hope they go and check out bands like, you know, Bad Manners or Scatterlights. You know. Even further back, you know. So
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, obviously, Bad Manners. I always thought they were more entertaining, but they were very, very good. Well, they still are very good musicians, you know. But they were, borderline novelty. So obviously, with Buster Bloodvessel, he was the sort of main attraction. Yeah, you know, that great big long tongue. Come on, what's that all about? So, Jesus. You know, for yourself, obviously, you know, you're originators of a brand new genre called Skindie. But what's sort of unique to you guys then? Apart from that, is there anything else unique with your music, or you know, do you take a long time compiling something? You know, trying to really getting something going.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, we've released a couple of EPs over the last sort of 3 years, but we've really been trying to work up to doing an album. But we've recorded half an album, and we're such perfectionists, and we really take our time on trying to push the sound that we're doing and trying to make sure it does fall within what we're trying to do. Because, you know, you can write a song and sometimes you think, is that really Skindie? Although we
of course,
come up with the genre ourselves as such, but it's, you know, you've got to have a continuation along the lines, you know. So we are perfectionists, and it does take us a long time. And we feel sorry for people because we keep saying to them, "Oh, the album will be out this year," and stuff like that. But it will eventually come back. We want it to be as good as it can be before it's released. And
absolutely.
And I think also, like, as a band, you know, you don't get many bands call themselves ska when they don't have a horn section or organ play. You know, on the whole, we are just a 4-piece band. You know, trying to create a big sound out of just 4 people. So,
well, I'm not being
I
funny.
think that's pretty unique.
Yeah, I mean, the Who have done
doing it well.
Yeah, you are doing it very
exactly,
well.
Yeah.
I mean, I say the Who are doing it. Obviously, the Who are doing it. Obviously, with the extra, you know, orchestra behind it, which I do half the time and stuff like that.
They can afford to do that.
Well, you know, their ticket prices. My goodness me, I love the Who. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not paying those sort of prices for goodness sake. So, are you actually actively gigging at the moment?
Yeah, I mean, we had a really good year. I mean, the last year and this year have been brilliant. We've had a lot of big gigs, and, you know, we've played some really cool shows. This time of year was just starting to quieten down slightly to concentrate on really rehearsing and finishing writing off the rest of the album. So hopefully between now and Christmas we'll have a few shows coming up, but we're generally just trying to, you know, focus on writing, really.
Of course, yeah. And I mean, obviously, just to name a couple that you've been to. The last couple that you've been to the Levi Skinhead reunion. That was at the Votes nightclub in Brighton. So you played Brighton. You've done the Concord 2 also in Brighton, and you've even been on our neck of the woods here in Camberley for the Jack Fest.
Sorry, breaking up.
No, you're breaking up. Well, we're quite happy here. I was saying you've also been to Camberley, which is our neck of the woods here, for Jack Fest as well over there, and you've got a couple of gigs. Oh my goodness me, we've lost him. Oh, goodness me. What's that all about, Andy?
Oh, no.
Oh, for goodness sake. Right, okay, so what we're going to do now, we're going to ring him back and find out what the devil's going on with his phone signal, because that's absolutely rubbish, mate. Okay, he's ringing me. He's ringing me. Hang on. Well, if he's going to ring me, it saves my phone bill, doesn't it? Lee, are you there? That's okay, no problems at all. There we go. Right, hello.
Yeah, we played quite a few gigs.
Yes, don't worry, it's not live, honestly, really. We'll just edit that bit out. Yes, we had some outside interference. Blooming phone signals.
Yeah, sorry.
Goodness. No, don't you worry about that at all. Brilliant. So you've had a few gigs, and I'm just going to get off that now, and no idea why we're on FaceTime. Oh, my God, what's going on there? Right, and you've got a couple of gigs next year. The Punky Reggae Party Live in Guildford. Tell us a little bit about that, if you won't mind.
Yeah, that's we got Chris Scopes. He puts that together.
Yeah.
He's been brilliant for us. You know, really supportive. He keeps getting us some shows with him, so that'll be good. So we're supporting those guys. I think we're playing with them again next year up at the Dublin Castle as well. Cool.
Yeah, in Camden. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's two great dates for you there.
Yeah, so that's wicked. We got the London International Ska Festival, which is one we're really looking forward to, up at the O2 in Islington, I think. Supporting Roddy Radiation.
For those older people.
Yeah, and Arthur K, which was, we're really excited about that, because they're bands that we love, so we've met Roddy a few times and played with him previously, so it'd be nice to see him again.
Absolutely. And has he given you any tips or, any sort of like gestures of what you're doing? Or, obviously with this brand new genre that you've quietly mentioned a few times.
Yeah, no, he's a really cool guy, actually. He just says, just keep doing what you're doing. I think he was there and, when he was doing it with the specials and stuff. So I think you just think, if this is what you love, carry on,
Well, absolutely, and that's all one can really say to you. Carry on doing what you're doing, and moving yourself forward. Every time you hit the vocals, there's another person that's going to be listening, and one day, just one day, either A, you hit the big time, or B, you'll just get such an appreciation you might not want to go down the big time route.
Exactly.
It's one of those things.
It's all about doing it for the love, I think.
Do you know, I get that a lot. Andy and I interview a lot of incredible artists over the last sort of 17 months or so here on Target Radio, and I don't know one band, one artist who's on the unsigned label, i.e. they're not signed. They've all said the same thing, haven't they, Andy?
They have, yeah.
They've all done it for the love. They haven't done it for the money, because obviously there really is no money in it no more.
It's that famous saying, isn't it? You carry $5,000 worth of equipment, you get paid £50. But you do it because you love it.
Well, you get quite a bit then, really. I mean.
Yeah, 50 quid.
Yeah, and spend $49.99 on the alcohol and the overnight accommodation. Oh dear. Let me pass you back to Andy, because I know he's itching. He's probably got a couple of more questions up his sleeve there.
Super.
There we go.
Yeah, nice one, Lee. Just so we can actually get to know Levi as the band, who does the writing? Is it a group effort or is it an individual?
Yeah, I mean, writing-wise, I usually jot down a demo, record a demo at home, really rough, really rubbish, and then I'll take it to the boys, and then it changes completely, and they just make it sound amazing, So, it's a massive group effort, but it always starts with a riff or a couple of chords, at home with a slight vocal on it, and it just progresses from there, really. But it is definitely a group effort on the whole to make it sound what it sounds like live,
So, your song there, War Paint, your track there, War Paint. What's the whole story behind that?
War Paint is really, it is written about how unfortunate the innocent and the families are, when countries go to war and these poor children and families have to flee where, they're from and their homes and stuff. I remember watching, it's really silly, but Stacey Dooley documentary about it, and it was all about these immigrants.
Yes, you are right, that was very sad.
Yeah. They fled Syria and they ended up in Greece, and I just thought, that's crazy. Imagine if we had to leave England, end up in France or wherever, just because our government went to war or whatever, or treated everyone bad.
Well, mind you, we've not got out of Brexit yet. We've not got out of Brexit yet, so it could happen.
Yeah, it's a bit political, but that's the gist of that song.
Good question, Andy. Have another one.
Okay, another question. Let's break it up a little bit. You're going to have you've had a terrible day, and you've decided you're going to have your favourite food, watching your favourite film with your favourite person. What film?
Right. Is it a famous person?
Whomever.
Okay.
Whomever.
Okay.
What film? What food? And whom?
Okay, probably film-wise, probably be Donnie Darko, because the soundtrack is awesome.
Yeah, good choice.
Food would have to be a cracking spag bowl, and favourite person would have to be my wife, Kira.
Oh, good answer.
And the dogs.
Yes. You know what he's after tonight?
Spaghetti bolognese.
Spaghetti bolognese. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Do you have the meatballs in it as well?
Yeah, you gotta have some meatballs in there, definitely.
Oh, don't you make me feel hungry. I've just eaten as well.
I'm hungry.
Oh my goodness me! I'm really feeling a meatball now.
Yeah, there you go.
So, whereabouts are you based? I've got South Coast here. So, are you sort of Chichester way? Is it?
Yeah, Chichester. I mean, I was lived in Chichester. And Mikey, guitarist, he wasn't far from Chichester, but he's now in Portsmouth. Just outside of Chichester, and then Bob, our drummer, he's Furness, and Colin, our bass player, he's in Hazelmere, so it's not too far. They're more inland. Me and Mikey still stay down the coast, so
yeah. Okay, so you're all relatively close enough to do your rehearsals and stuff. And how many times do you rehearse?
If we've got gigs coming up, we practice every week. Just make sure we're gig tight, really. Try and practice as much as we can, but obviously with, life commitments like work and stuff, sometimes it is difficult to get rehearsal in. But we always make the effort on a Wednesday night to try and get down the old studio to rehearse. But it's hard.
Yeah.
It is hard.
Absolutely. And while we're obviously pondering over all the rehearsals and obviously the hard work that you put in, let's give you a little plug here. So if you want to follow Levi on Facebook, quite simply just write in Levi as in the the clothing. There we go. So obviously it's a brand name. And we'll get to that in a second. The biography is levimusic.uk. That's their website. And obviously all the links are here on the Facebook as well. Where are we? General manager. You can, do you actually have a general manager, or is it one of you guys?
We've just actually got a new manager, Simon Laws. He runs Subcult down in Brighton, and he runs the Skindie Union down there.
Fantastic.
He's top geezer. He's doing us well at the moment. So,
brilliant.
I must thank him.
Yes, thank you very much indeed. There we go. I thanked him for you as well. That's brilliant.
Thank you.
That's okay. And so you've got the SoundCloud thing going on there. You're on Twitter as well, on the Twitter at Levi Music UK. So find them there. SoundCloud, quite easy to find. And obviously you're on other bits and pieces as well. So obviously your music is out there. So it's just sort of basically waiting for more people to find you, which obviously we'll do our best from our end here at Target Radio. Back to you, Andy.
Thank you very much.
That's back to you, Andy.
Sorry, mate, I just think what are you doing there? So, Lee, what are the plans for Levi?
The plans, really, is just to finish the year, finish the gigs we got up and coming, and then focus on finishing the album. Really, that's really where we're at the moment. I think we're actually at the stage now. Like, we've done a couple of EPs, and we're at the stage, we've got the songs. We're just dying to finish the album and just let everyone hear it, because it's sounding, I mean, it sounds a bit big-headed, but it sounds great what we've done so far. It'd just be a shame not to finish it, so it's really just finding time to get in the studio and just finish that, and then just see where that takes us, really. Hoping that will be the next step for us.
Well, let's bring it back down to earth for a second then. So obviously you mentioned a minute ago that you've obviously all got real lives as well, and obviously real jobs and stuff. So let's go with Bob Pegg, who's your drummer and obviously on the vocals as well, because you don't get many drummers that actually sing. So, that's a rarity straight away, so that is brilliant. So what does Bob Pegg do other than Levi?
Bob works for Peugeot, so he works for Peugeot. I think he's in their parts department. I think. Yeah, kill me if I get it wrong, but yeah, he works for Peugeot. That's all I know.
There we go. A nice little plug there for Peugeot. Is that the line goes from strength? Oh, I don't remember. That's an old 70s, I think. My age coming in. Then we got Conan Elliott. Conan. Is it Conan?
It's Conan.
Conan. Okay, unusual name, isn't it? Where's he from?
He's from Hazelmere, but he sounds quite exotic, doesn't it?
It does. It sounds a touch of Irish there. So you've got Colin Elliott, and obviously your bass player, and obviously again on the vocals. And what does Colin do?
Well, Colin runs his own stove business, so he does wood stoves and stuff like that. So if you're ever in need of a fire, just give him a ring. He's waiting for your wood stove.
Excellent. Or failing that, a box of matches. Right, and then we've got Mikey Brewer, who's obviously your lead guitarist and also helps you with the vocals. And what does Mikey do?
Mikey's a lawyer, so he's like...
yes, sir.
Proper job. Yeah.
Proper job.
Proper job.
There we go. So if you get into any legal BS, he helps you out there. Brilliant stuff.
That's it.
And obviously yourself, Lee. And what do you do when you're not doing Levi and talking to people on there?
I work for a furnishing company. I do all their fitting for them. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on, give him a little name. Go on, give him a little plug.
Falcon Fabrics down in Chichester, yeah.
There we
some
go.
Blinds or some curtains.
Wow. So you're a curtain fitter?
Basically, yeah.
You and Andy need to get together. Because he installed...
really?
Yeah, what do you do, Andy?
I'm actually an installation manager for a double glazing company, so I can get the windows installed and you can furnish.
Okay, you put the windows in.
You put them in, you put them up. There we go. There is a business made in heaven there.
That's
put them in,
and
put them up.
Company slogan.
Is it really? put them in and put them up.
There we go.
Oh, my goodness me. I'm only on 5%, boys. Okay, I'll just coming out with him. Okay, so it brings you down to earth, obviously, because you've got proper jobs. Obviously,
that's it, mate.
yeah, a lot of people, when they look at a musician, they think that's all you do. Obviously, it's not, because obviously you've got a real life, you're married, you've got sort of like married duties and things like that at home, family stuff.
Exactly.
So obviously trying to sort of like wedge in, a full-time music career on top of everything else you're doing, it must be really, really extremely hard.
It is. Yeah, it really is. I mean, it's like having two jobs, really. It's before we got Simon managing us, it was even harder because we were managing ourselves and taking on every message that comes through, every email, every gig. They want to know your tech spec, all this stuff. And it's just like, it's crazy.
I bet, yeah. And of course, then you have the fear of missing them as well, So, having someone dedicated to do that for you must take the pressure off you somewhat.
Oh, it does, yeah. It's definitely easier. It actually gives you more time to focus on just booking rehearsals, meeting up with the lads, talking about what we want to do, what we want to rehearsing, playing, recording. So it's definitely a load off having someone take over all the emails and everything.
Yeah, indeed, yeah. That's a weight off, yeah. Because I know when I first started Target Radio with another entity who's long gone now, good. I was on my own for quite a while, and so obviously I was trying to book guests, I was trying to get, obviously, feedback and, doing this, doing that, and obviously them doing that, this, that and the other. It was so hard. Then obviously the Topp-Walker clan came in, that's Andy and Nikki, and obviously Andy's sitting in front of me now, creasing up and fell on the floor. So I just said something rather funny, private joke. And Andy obviously now books all the guests, which obviously I'm really appreciative of, and it's taken a load off me, so I can concentrate more on doing what I do. I've no idea what I actually do, but I just concentrate on doing it, which is rather splendid. And he's getting me some fine guests, and I do a little bit of homework before, obviously, I speak to these guys, including your good self. But generally, sometimes all I've got is a line of text. So it's really, really nice to speak to someone I don't really know an awful lot about, to learn about you guys, and obviously all the great listeners that are out there now listening in to you, to me, and obviously to Andy, finding out more about you as a musician, you as a person, and most importantly about your music and your way forward, really. Now, going forward, I'm going to pass you back to Andy. I know he's got one more question. It's not one of those horrible ones, is it?
Not quite.
Thank you.
That means it probably is.
It's
okay.
Not quite. I'm loving the sound of the fact that you've created Skindie. I think that sounds absolutely excellent. So with that in mind, I'd like you to smash two songs together, one from the Scar, the Skinhead, and one from the Indie. And what would it be? If you were to have written those songs, which ones would they have been?
So two songs basically, and you need to sort of amalgamate them together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, guys, their phone cut out. I can hear any of that.
That's convenient. You've really given them a hot... trust me on this one, Lee. You trust me, your phone just cut out at the right time. Okay. Explain it one more time.
I'll do it again. As I said, I'm loving sort of the entity of Skindie. So if you had written two songs, one being Scar...
Oh, sorry.
One being Skin or Scar, and one being Indie, and you could combine them, which ones would they be?
Christ, that's a good question, isn't it?
Yeah, and a bloody impossible answer, probably, but that's why I fell asleep halfway through that one. It's horrible, I tell you. It comes up with these really random questions that really tries you. Honestly, he does blinds. He writes songs. He's not... My goodness me. So basically, what you're trying to say is a really good indie track that you really love, and you want to put just sort of a Scar sort of slant to it from somewhere else. So, two songs. That's quite a good question, actually.
Probably, I'd love to scar up Teddy Picker by the Arctic Monkeys. And I think that riff in it is just crying out for a skank over the top. I think it just sounds awesome. That's probably one that comes to mind that I think would work well.
Yeah.
And probably, or even, I don't want to go to Chelsea by Elvis Costello. I think he's something great with that.
You've got Sean now, you've got him all day long.
Oh, I love that. I mean, obviously, the fact that he's mentioned Chelsea and not Arsenal, that's beside. Top London team, come on. So far. Oh, that is fantastic. Yeah, I like that, Andy. That is really a good question. That's that's really a mind sort of mind meld, isn't it?
Yes, it
was. I was thinking of something else, more of a cluster. One of those. So, when it comes to writing your songs, Lee, obviously, as you said before, you do enlist the help of the other three guys as well. But is it a noise first? Is it music first, or is it a lyric? Or does it matter?
I think as actually when you actually sit down to write a song, to me, it's usually all starts around a riff. I think.
Yeah.
For me. Lyrics and melodies and stuff like that all seem to come afterwards. Occasionally you come up with a cracking line and you think, actually, that's brilliant. The whole song is then based around where you can put your chords, where you put your riff and everything after you've come up with the catchy chorus or the verse. But generally, majority of the time, it all comes from a riff for us, I think. Okay. Yeah. Excellent. That's how it starts, and then it just progresses from there.
Indeed. And you got another question, Andy?
No, I think I'm done now.
You've done all the questions?
I think so.
Goodness me. You've run out of questions already. I'm going to tell you now, though, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to yourself. Now, is there anything you want to promote while you're there? The world is yours now, Lee. It's up to you now. So what have you got coming up very soon? You said you got a couple of extra bits and pieces before Christmas and everything. Why are we talking about Christmas? I don't know. It's months away yet. I know. I haven't got a single card yet. I'm not ready. Now, I'm just having a look here at your recent posts and stuff on the 12th of September. Recent, he says. Oh, no, hang on. Yeah, 12th of September is your most recent one on the Levi website through, obviously, Facebook and stuff. And you've got Scar versus the Black Dog. Is that done? Is that finished?
Yeah, we played
done.
that one. That was up at 2 in. Yep, that's done. I think our next show is actually in Chester. On the 30th of November. I haven't actually got the details to that, but that's that'll be on the band page probably coming up in the next week or two.
Fantastic.
The event. And then after that, it's just I think we got just one in our hometown in Chichester, which is a great gig for us. That's up at the Fountain, Chichester, which used to be our local. So it's
that's on March, and that's on March the 20th, and that's obviously been shared a few places as well. The Fountain in Chichester. We're
actually there this year on December 21st. We haven't put the event up for some reason. I don't think it went up, but we'll get round to that.
Yep, that's it. No, so we weren't nitpicking. Let's get on with it. Now, I'm going to say now, you've got 2,784 people interested in what you do at the moment on the Facebook, and you've got 2,798 people that follow you on the Facebook. That's Levi at Levi Music UK. So what we're going to do, Andy, I'm going to get that on my site, and then obviously I'm going to throw that over to all my followers and see if we can get that up to the 3,000 plus mark, an extra couple of hundred. It all helps, doesn't it?
Happy days.
Yeah, we're trying to. So, be prepared to sort of like go approve over the next coming few days, weeks, and months. So that is brilliant. Right, okay, so one more time then. We've got Lee or Leeroy from Levi. Now, before you go, I've got to ask you, Levi. Why Levi? Yep. Come on, why Levi?
Why? When it all started, probably about 5 years ago, I just did some demos at home and I thought, Levi, that's quite a cool name. And I just literally handed out CDs to family under the name Levi. And it just kind of stuck. But we actually have been discussing whether to change the band name because trying to find us anywhere is impossible. It just pops up with jeans and all sorts. So I think maybe a band name change. Released, but we're not sure. It's just an idea. It's just floating around at the moment. But watch this space.
I tell you what would be a good idea then. I think we can put a post up on the Target Radio website. Levi, looking to change the name. Suggestions, please. Yeah. That way then, if something comes up that really grabs you guys, and I mean really grabs you, there you go. Yeah. It might be amalgamation of a couple of ideas and stuff like that. Never look a gift horse in the mouth. If someone can come up with something really super intelligent, and I'll tell you what, we've got some super intelligent listeners. No idea why they tune in, but they are super intelligent, aren't they, Andy?
They are.
They are. Well, they tune in.
Absolutely.
I don't even know how to tune into my own radio station, but there you go. Apparently there's an app and things like that. I leave all that bits and pieces to Andy, to be honest with you. I'll just broadcast and hope for the best. But yeah, if someone comes up with a great name for Levi as a possible name change sometime in the future, that would be splendid. That would be on Target Radio live page for presenters and listeners. We're on the Twitter as well, like yourself, at Target Radio 247. We're on loads of other different things as well. I've no idea how Instagram works still. Apparently it's more pictures, which is great for the radio. But yeah, there we go. So that is something we've learned tonight, that Levi might change their name because they're fed up with 501 written on their site. Yeah. Mind you, I do like a button-up fly, but it's a pain, isn't it, when you need to go for a... Yeah, anyway. Right, okay, yeah. So you've got to unbutton everything. Everything then starts sort of like hanging out. Sorry if you're having Savile and chips this evening. And then you've got to try and button everything back up again. Oh, for goodness sake. Why do we do it to ourselves? But anyway, Lee, it's been an absolute pleasure, and we wish you all the best for success in the future. Don't forget, if you get any new material, please throw them over to either Andy or myself here at Target Radio, and we'll be as proud as anything to play, obviously, all your new material, and obviously any of your back catalogue as well. I know we've got 3 songs that we're going to be playing between, well, 2 now, between now and the rest of the evening, which is 8 o'clock this evening. So we've got Promises and Bump coming up very shortly, once we've got you off the phone, because we can't play you and play the songs at the same time. Unfortunately, I've only got one computer that does that. But Bump and Promises, what are them 2 songs about quickly?
Okay, Promises was written about the election in America between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. And how the bickering. Yeah, it's all about bickering and how pathetic everything is.
Brilliant.
And,
I'm going to build a wall.
Yeah. And then Bump in the Night was written about my hometown, Southsea, and how being a kid, staying up late and watching everyone pile out the pub, because we used to live next door to a pub, and just all the antics that went on when everyone's asleep, you know, just watching it from the bedroom window, you know. So that's where it came from.
As you do.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Well, we've been playing both of those before 8 o'clock this evening, so stay tuned. Obviously, keep where you are and don't touch that dial. But for now,
thank you very much.
Absolute pleasure. Come on, give me a nice round of applause. There we go. Woo! Woo!
So I just say thank you, guys, and keep doing what you're doing, because it's a real.
Well, we will then. Now you said it.
To have unsigned bands and that. You know, brilliant. It's great. You know, it really helps.
Oh, thank you very much indeed. But what I will say is, on the close of that is, please support all of your local unsigned bands and artists in pubs and clubs up and down the country, because, you know, if you don't go to these pubs, firstly, they're going to close down, because obviously there's no punters going in drinking their wares and eating their nibbly things and stuff. And secondly, you guys are going to have nowhere to play soon, because obviously all the pubs and clubs are shutting down, you know, to quote a phrase from Ghost Town, you know, from the specials. I thought I'd get something in there for you.
Spot on.
Spot on. And it is, I mean, they were talking about that in 1980, goodness knows when, 81 I think it was, when it went to number 1, and you know, look where we are now in 2019.
30 years later, nearly.
30 years later, crazy. Almost, you know, or 28 years ago, they were predicting something that's happening right now. So please go out there, even if it's just one drink and, you know, half a set or something. It really does help you guys and all the other guys that are out there in bands and artists and solos and everything else that are unsigned and doing it for, you know, a packet of chips and, you know, 20 quid for fuel. They're doing it for the love. They want you to share the love out there as an unsigned artist or band. So there we go. I support you for that. And obviously, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys when you come back up our neck of the woods soon. I know you're at the Holroyd. Unfortunately, I had to go home and I missed your set, and I wish I hadn't now. And yes, I have got a very bruised bottom where I kept kicking myself the night after. So I heard it was absolutely a bloody decent set as well, where you got generally everybody up and dancing. No, thank you. It's your hard work, and that is what we like about you guys, because you do really work hard at it. You know, you and everyone else out there. So one more time, come on! Woo! Brilliant. Thanks, Lee.
Thanks,
you
guys.
are a star. And we look forward to speaking to you very soon as well. Have a great New Year, Christmas, whatever it is, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Speak to you soon.
Likewise. Take care, guys. Thank you very much.
Take care, brother. Thank you very much, mate.
There we go. Brilliant.
Bye-bye.
There we go. Lee there from Levi. Fantastic, eh?
Excellent.
He is what a really nice gentleman as well.
Top bloke.
He is really nice. And just before we finish off this evening, I'd like to say thank you very much indeed to our very special guest this evening. That was Leeroy from the brilliant band Levi. Not to be confused with products that you put around your waist and legs. Have you got this one yet?
Born from an egg on a mountain.
Monkey! And on that horrible note... okay, Annie's going to have a nice little lay down now.
I'm going to jump on my cloud.
You're going to jump on your cloud and go home? Okay, hopefully Nikki's still listening. Please, can you send for some emergency help? And I'd like to say thank you very much for joining us this evening. You've been a wonderful audience. We'll do it all again next week with more special guests. Say goodbye, Andy.
Goodbye, Andy.